Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for... Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And, Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little. And these teams are very much works in progress.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Halliburton is out there with Nembhard. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Wiseman. And it's Hart in at the power forward. Then Carroll screen on Halliburton. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And a three-level scorer. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Hart the pass to Nembhard. Back to Hart. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Now here's Cunningham. Nembhard covering. Cunningham inside. Rebound by the Magic. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. And rebounded by McDaniels.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the Magic with possession. Nembhard with it. Wiseman kicks to Halliburton. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pushing it up. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Drills the three-pointer.
And defense has to guard Cade in the corner. He will take and make that shot.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. 5 to shoot. To end the run, Orlando needs to get off a shot. Hart, that's good.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Cunningham on the wing. Nembhard covering. No problem knocking that one down.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good runs.
Oubre's checked in for Orlando. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Hart. Shoots over McDaniel. Here's Wiseman. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You just can't teach size and length, and Wiseman beats everyone to the ball for that second chance opportunity.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Cunningham. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Back to Halliburton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got his second bucket tonight.
At the arc, Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Utah. Paul George comes in for McDaniels. Nembhard with it. Covered by Cunningham. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Oubre. No scoring in this one. Shoots it.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that, but you should send at least one guy after those.
The Magic trail by 6. Hart, wide open. He fires. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Halliburton all about getting his teammates open looks. Does such a great job with his unselfishness making the pass.
Banchero outside. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Nembhard finds Oubre. Again, the Magic score.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Banchero. They really needed more from him in that loss to New York. George passes to Banchero. On the 3 off target. The Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Hart with the screen for Halliburton. He nails it, and we're tied up. Halliburton's got 7.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Takes it out to Banchero. Another miss by Utah.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Oubre bounce pass. Here's Hart. And again, it's Orlando converting.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander over Halliburton, and no good on the last second attempt this time. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Thanks, Kevin. Today, the development is out in Brooklyn on the Nets trade with the Phoenix Suns. They're extremely excited to integrate the talents of Karl Anthony Towns in their lineup, the former #1 overall pick back in 2015. Super diverse skill set, and his shooting ability from the perimeter, in particular, should provide great spacing for their offense moving forward.
Thanks so much for the report, Shams. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Benedict Mathurin. And it's Oubre in at the center position. Double team on Adebayo. Here's Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Reed's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. When Naz Reed is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
That's what you want to see. Reed playing big in there.
The Magic trail by 3. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Orlando making a change here. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Carrington. Covered by Cunningham. And it's Carrington missing. Jazz leading by 3. Cunningham inside. Here's Adebayo. Cunningham kicks to Adebayo. And Utah again with the bucket.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
Here's Carrington. Covered by Cunningham. Here's Oubre. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Adebayo with the bucket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers. Here's Carrington. Still yet to score. Here's Oubre. Good on the 13-footer.
The rare mid-range jumper from Kelly Oubre Jr. It's a lost art in this day and age.
They get it again. McDaniels. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Oubre. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Right against Gilgeous-Alexander. Marshall with the steal. Here's Heiser. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Reed. And it's Paul George in for McDaniel. And with that shoot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Hart. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers is important. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Adebayo. Tries again. Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Highsmith the pass to Nembhard. To the inside. Here's Hart. The shot. No good. Great defense that time from Banchero. Here's Cunningham. Banchero with the ball. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Cunningham for 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Magic making a switch here. Mathurin's checked in. .115 left here in the second. Hard against Banchero. Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton up top. He has 7. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Halliburton just too good for the defense there. Great tenacity and physicality on that drive.
That one is no good. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And here's Halliburton after Paolo Banchero made that last 3-pointer. Nembhard the pass to Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Kicks it out to Banchero. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Jazz, another three.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Utah with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome. The Charlotte Hornets will go up against the Pistons out in Detroit. It's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
That one's going to...
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Magic.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end?
And that is a wrap.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Cade Cunningham. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Adebayo in at center. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Wiseman with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Banchero. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Cunningham. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Magic. A 12-point game. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at Footprint Center in Phoenix. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Halliburton against Banchero. Cunningham outside. Now here's McDaniels. Guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Magic trail by 12. Pass to Nembhard. Now Hart. Inside. Here's Wiseman. They shoot again. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And just wait until Wiseman has time to develop his moves, which are still somewhat raw at this stage.
Reed, he's checked in for Adebayo. Utah leading by 9. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he converts the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Hart finds Wiseman. Back to Hart. Halliburton on the wing. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Cunningham passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
And using the defender's aggression against him, Gilgeous-Alexander with a savvy move.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Hart. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history. that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Paul George is checked in for Utah. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Mathurin. Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Banchero. Clock at 4. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Cunningham kicks to Banchero. To the left wing. Lets the 3 fly. Another miss by Utah. The Magic trail by 11. Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't
do. Down low, over in the corner, Cunningham. And the 3 ball is good. Cunningham's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jams.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Mathurin against George. Now Mathurin and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. An even 3-on-3 break. Back to Hart. Wiseman sets a screen for Hart. Knocks down the 3 ball. Hart's got 14 points for the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Cunningham with it. Wiseman picks him up. Reed against Halliburton. Outside for George. Looking for Banchero and gets it there. Cunningham for 3. Rebound by the Magic. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. And he trims the lead to single digits. He's got 16.
How about Josh Hart making beautiful music all day long? They have no answer for him.
The Magic trail by 9. Left side, Halliburton. Over Cunningham. And again, it's Orlando converting. And so, it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Utah. They've led by as many as 14 points. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Right wing. McDaniels finds Banchero. George with the screen on Hart. Outside for George. Just 5 to shoot. Great open look there. And the Jazz lead by 10. 7 seconds left to play in the third. Halliburton for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, but the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Oubre, and it's Herter in at the 2-guard position. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the wide open shot from Reed. Can't connect from long distance. The Magic trail by 8 from downtown. And it's Carrington missing. Left side, George. And George with the stop.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
Here's Carrington. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Marshall. Reed with the block. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And good that time. And now a 12-point Jazz lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Jazz leading by 12. George passes to Cunningham. Adebayo kicks to Reed. They grab their own miss, and Adebayo throws it down.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Carrington, that's good. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Here's Carrington. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Drills it from outside.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
They get it back. Outside for George. Second chance shot. Driving inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's open. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Pass to Herter. The three. Here's Carrington. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Here's Highsmith. Off target with his three.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And we got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Paolo Banchero's checked in for the Jazz. McDaniels comes in for George. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley said to his team. Now, he was calm when he told the team, if we play hard, we'll win this game. Let's keep the effort level up defensively. Coach talking about defense? Crazy. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to McDaniels. Van Carroll looking around. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Adebayo finds McDaniel. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And ever when important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And boy, they have gotten their revenge here tonight. They dropped that first matchup earlier this year, but tonight they even things up at 1 apiece on the season against the Magic.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Here's Highsmith. McDaniels defending. pass to Carrington. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And here are the Jazz now. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Banchero. Fires the three. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Marshall passes to Murray. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Cunningham left side. Jacks up a three. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.